Today I joined the club. What club, might you ask? Well, I am going to join the Rays TE37 club. Problem is, I'm about to go get them put on, but I need to figure out a way to get all four wheels and all four tires in the Type R. I don't know if that's going to be able to happen. Actually, I don't really have a choice, so it's going to have to happen. How am I going to fit all this in the car? Oh my god. Oh, this is stupid. Steak knife will work. Okay, be very careful. So I will explain why I got a 255/40 18s at the end of the video, because I'm gonna need my laptop up to show you guys comparison and tire sizes and stuff like that. But trust me, I am making the right choice. I gotta put the steak knife back. Dude, these center caps, all four of them, they ran me like $300 some. Oh, there's three more strips. Dude, you gotta be kidding me. You know, I should have done this before I took a shower. Nice. Since I already have seat covers in the car, all I have to do is just throw the tire right on. What's it to ya? Type R 1, wheels and tires 0. What a beast, dude. This is the best car ever. See, the problem now is every time I turn, this tire is going to want to go all over the place. That up, but so once in a while you can hear and feel VTEC come on in this car. I know it's not like the old ones, not like the 8th gen or, you know, the EM1 Civic SIs or the S2000s, but still, you can, with a full exhaust and a, you know, upgraded triple inlet pipe, all that stuff, if you pay attention, you can hear it. You know what? Listen to how dumb that just sounded. That sounded dumb. You know why? Because you shouldn't have to try that hard to hear VTEC in a Honda. But that's the reality of our lovely modern Hondas. I'm not shitting on it. I love this. This is the best car I've ever had. But, you know, if we had VTEC on both cams, that'd be great. Pretty cool seeing the car without the tires on. It's gonna look a lot, sorry, go ahead.
The center cap is not in the boxes.
Anyway, it's gonna look a lot cooler when I have some blue spoon springs up under there. Well, I made a fantastic decision. I am so happy with the way this looks. Wow, dude, this is like, that is so cool, man. Oh my god, I already love TE37s. I can't believe it's taken me this long to get some TE37s, but I have joined the club and it feels good. Let's take a closer look. So, I used the same lug nuts that I had before. Those are actually raised lug nuts that I had on the car with Titan 7s. And I guess they came with their own stem caps, because the stem caps that I had on the Titan 7s are still on them. Dude, this looks so good, man. And the tires are just a little bit, there's just a little more sidewall than the 255 35s. And I'll explain to you when I get home why I chose 255 40s. But will I actually be able to feel a difference driving the car? I don't know. I'll find out right now. All right, first thing I need to do is reset the TPMS calibration. Well, I can't see jack shit. I'm gonna have to frickin' floor it, man. Oh, no scraping today. I don't know if this is the placebo effect or what, but it feels really good. I'm in plus R mode. Let me get down to comfort just for a little bit because I mostly drive in comfort, I'll admit it. It's comfortable, I don't know, I just like it. So I'll really be able to tell in comfort mode how it feels compared to the old setup. I can definitely tell that the tires have more meat on them, 1000%. And it also helps that they're brand new tires. I mean, that's gonna help either way. Even in plus R mode in Tampa's crappy roads, look at this. Look at these roads. This is super comfortable. Oh, you can definitely tell. Oh yeah, dude. This is fantastic. I totally forgot the weight of both wheels, the TE37's and these TE37s, so I'm just gonna put them on screen here. Either way, they are extremely good quality wheels and you can't go wrong. If you do follow me on Instagram, then you already know by now, today is Saturday at 1:46 p.m. You already know that my TE37's are for sale. And I'm asking $1,800 for them, which is a spectacular deal. They don't have a scratch on them, they're ceramic coated. And they are 18 by 9.5 plus 45, in case you forgot. Those probably will not last long. I can't get over how nicely this rides. I'm still in sport, going through like a construction zone where the road's all fucking riggedy raggedy, and this is great. This feels fucking awesome. I do need to thank a couple people. I have my friend Christian who went out of his way and helped me do a ton of research on what tire size to get. So thank you for that. And I've had many other people send me Instagram DMs trying to help me do research and point me in the right direction. And in a couple minutes I'm going to show you why I went with 255s. But dude, just take my word for it. For right now, this is nice. And the looks, the frickin' TE37's, man. I bought the TE37's from MAPerformance. In the description of all of my videos, I have a referral link for MAPerformance, and if you use my referral link to buy any parts from them, you can save some money. And it also helps me out. So I bought my TE37's from MAPerformance. They didn't have them listed on their website, but I sent them an email and they were able to source them for me. So I made the purchase through MAPerformance. MAPerformance can do that, guys. Like if they don't have something listed on their website, all you have to do is ask. And most of the time they will be able to get it for you. So that's really cool. The reason I went to Tampa also for the tire shop is because all the tire shops in Riverview they have horrible ratings. And yeah, these guys ended up doing a really good job. That's why I went back. They put the wheels and tires, they put the NK TFRs on my BRZ last year. Yep. Dude, this is fantastic. I just want to fucking floor it right now, dude, but I can't. Oh yeah, I can. I wish you guys were in the car with me right now so you could feel how good this feels. You know, let's do third gear. But I'm telling you, this is the most comfortable this car has ever been. And I'm sure when I put the spoon, springs, and rigid collars on, it's gonna feel just as good, except lower. It's amazing to me how much of a difference putting aftermarket wheels in your car makes. So, for those of you who've been watching my channel from the start, I kind of dinked around for the first, I don't know, like year and a half, 2 years. I really didn't do all that much to my cars. And like the BRZ, last year with the VRZ, that was the first time I had ever lowered one of my cars, which is kind of pathetic. I don't even know how I made it this far on YouTube without doing a bunch of like, you know, big turbo, and I don't know how I got this far. Because if you look at other content creators, they really do a lot more to their cars, and I need to step it up, which is why I have new wheels on the car, and then I have, you know, the spoon springs about to go on. Anyway, on my channel, I've had my first 9-gen Civic Si, my C5 Corvette, my 2020 Civic Si, another 2013 Civic Si, and the Mustang Cobra. All those 5 cars, I never touched the wheels or the suspension. So, anyway, thank you guys for watching my videos through all of that crap when I really didn't do much. I almost forgot to talk about the tires. I bought these tires from TireRack.com, and holy moly, the cost of tires has skyrocketed. When I bought the Michelin Powersport 4s, when I put my TE37's on back in California, I think I paid like a couple dollars over $1,000. It was basically $1,000. These 255/40s were like almost $1,300 through Tire Rack. Dude, this is getting out of control. It was almost $300 a tire. So yeah, I mean, before taxes, it was like $1,200 something. But dude, that's fucking crazy. This is just part of the inflation frustration I need to merge with one hand. This would be a perfect time to be in California, or I don't know, even Tennessee or Colorado, Arizona, anywhere with mountains, so I could hit up a mountain road right now, but I can't because I'm in Florida. Alrighty. Vivian hates the wheels. She does not like them at all. She says, "Why did you put bronze wheels on a black car?" Well, boys, you tell me. Why did I put bronze wheels on a black car? Man, this is just awesome. Here's what it looks like from the top. Probably could have gone with plus 38, but I don't know. It's still gonna look great no matter what. All right, now I'm going to explain to you with math calculations why I chose 255/40s instead of the more popular choice 265/35s. So I have all these math calculations here. I am going to walk you through them, but first I want to show you this. These are the stock tires, 245/30/20s. Why you need to keep in mind the stock tire size when putting aftermarket tires on your car is because, look right here. The stock tires, size 1, 782 revolutions per mile. Your car, the Civic Type R, it's programmed, it's calculated to know that every single time the wheel turns 360 degrees, that's 1 revolution, and the circumference of that tire is 81 inches. So now let me show you this first calculation here. You're going to take 782 revolutions times 81 inches. That gets you 63,342 inches divided by 12 inches because there's 12 inches in a foot, and that's how many feet you get, 5,278 feet. So they're rounding it up, so that's just a foot and a half away from 5,280 feet, which is a mile. Now here's the kicker, and this is the important part you guys need to listen to. When you run smaller tires on your car, you are unnecessarily adding more mileage onto your odometer for traveling the same distance. Okay? I'll show you. This is what I had on my car previously. I had 255/35s. Now, those tires are much, much smaller than the stock. The circumference is only 78.6 inches, and it takes 806 revolutions, so 24 more revolutions per mile. But the car still thinks that 782 of those 806 revolutions is 1 mile. I hope I'm making sense. Now, 255/35s did the same calculations as above. This is what I had in the car previously for the past 20,000 miles. I'm going to keep 782 revolutions as a constant. So we're using this to compare to the stock tire size. 78.6 inch circumference times 782 revolutions per mile. That's how many inches divided by 12, 5,122 feet. That's a pretty substantial difference. That's like 150 feet difference. Okay, now we compound that. Every 1,000 miles that you drive, your odometer is going to clock in 1,000 miles because you traveled so many revolutions, but you actually only went 970 miles. Okay. So running 255/35s like I did, for every 1,000 miles that my odometer went up, my vehicle only moved 970 miles. That's pretty substantial. Now, I just mentioned that I drove 20,000 miles on my last wheel and tire setup. So let's see how much damage I did. I'm just going to skip through all calculations. You can pause this if you want and look it over. For 20,000 miles that my odometer went up, I actually only moved 19,401 miles. Dude, that's a 600 mile discrepancy. That's not good, man. Like I said, your car thinks that every 782 wheel revolutions, you're moving a mile. But if you have tires with a lesser diameter, which means a lesser circumference, you're not actually moving as much as your odometer says you are. So for everyone watching who has 265/35s, I'm not going to try to like guilt you into, thinking that you're doing all these bad things to your car. I mean, it's not the best. You should not run smaller tires than stock. That's for sure. And I'm going to prove it to you by doing the same calculations I did above for the 265/35s, which I said is one of the most popular aftermarket configurations. So for every 1,000 miles that your odometer thinks you traveled with 265/35, you actually only went 981 miles. For every 20,000 miles that your odometer increased, you only traveled 19,624 miles. And this formula goes for any car, guys. It goes for any car. So any single time, every car is calibrated, it's programmed, its odometer knows that when the wheels spin a certain amount of revolutions, that's 1 mile. Think about if you're doing donuts, for example. If you're doing donuts, if you're doing a burnout, your tires are spinning. If you have a rear-wheel drive car, your tires are spinning. Your car thinks that you're traveling, but instead you're sitting still. So you're just, if you do a long-ass burnout, you could put like a mile on your car just sitting still doing a burnout. So think of it like that. Your car's calibrated. It doesn't care what size tires you put on the car, aftermarket. So just think about that. Like you see all these big trucks, right, with all these huge tires. That's probably in their favor if you're considering their odometer readings. So yeah, think of it like that. All right, I just wrote up the calculations for 255/40, so I want to show you guys what that looks like. First, on the tire comparison chart, these are the differences between the stock tires, number 1, and number 2, the tires I have on the car right now with my TE37's. So we have gained 0.7 inches in circumference and 0.2 inches in overall diameter. You can see the sidewall is up quite a bit too, which is really cool. So that's why the car is a lot more comfortable now. Okay, anyway, let's go down to the calculations. So again, we're using 782 revolutions per mile as the constant, times the new circumference of the 255/40s, divided by 12. So for every mile that my odometer increases now, I actually traveled, instead of 5,280 feet, I traveled 5,324 feet. So I'm getting more bang for my buck, I guess, right now. Now let's compound that straight. We're going to skip over 1,000. We're going to go right to 20,000 miles. So if I drive on this setup with these tires for 20,000 miles, according to my odometer, I actually will have traveled 20,167 miles. So now there's 167 miles in my favor per 20,000 odometer miles. Oh my god, dude, that's so much. I could not be like a math professor or something, man. Everything's a tongue twister to me. And I also want to show you guys this too. Now, the biggest, I mean, the most talked about concern that people have when running like tire sizes different than stock is that your speedometer is going to be off. Dude, I just want you guys to know, or I hope you guys realize that after I have just shown you all of this stuff, that your speedometer being off is the least of your worries. I mean, who cares if your odometer is off by 2 or 3 miles per hour? If you really need to know your exact speed, you have GPS capabilities like Draggy if you're concerned about 0 to 60s or whatever it is. I think the speedometer error is a really lame argument to make. I think everybody should be talking about this right here. Another tire size that is not as popular, but a lot of people still run them, are 275 35s. Oh, that is interesting. 275 35 18s, it's actually the same percentage difference in the opposite direction as opposed to the 255 40s, excuse me. So the 255s were 81.7 inches. These are 80.3 inches in circumference. So that's pretty interesting. So, I mean, the closest you can get either way, if you are going to run a smaller tire, then I guess 275 35s is like, those are the closest you're going to get, but you're still going to be unnecessarily adding mileage to your car. And honestly, because we know all of this right here, we don't even need to do the calculations. All we have to do, because we know it's the same difference in the opposite direction, we can just subtract 167 miles from 20,000, and that would be 19,843. No, 30. No, the fuck? 33. 19,833. So with 275 35s, for every 20,000 miles that your odometer increases, you will have only traveled 19,833 miles. Holy smokes, okay. That's enough of that, dude. You know what? Maybe I should reach out to Engineering Explain, because before I did this, I actually looked on his YouTube catalog to see if he had made a video on this. He had talked about like your speedometer being off and stuff like that, but he actually never made a video on this, like it affecting your actual odometer reading. Maybe I should reach out to him and see if he is willing to make a video on this, because he is a much smarter guy than I am. But I mean, this isn't hard stuff to figure out. Like I'm in pre-calculus right now, and we actually had a problem in pre-calculus that was talking about circumference of a wheel, and for every revolution, how, like, I don't know, stuff like that. And okay, my brain is fried, guys. I can't do any more of this shit. I still have to do homework today, so. Well, let's go take a look at the car, and I'll let you guys go. Still looking absolutely gorgeous. Oh my god, I'm so in love with those wheels. So since these tires are a full inch taller in diameter than the ones I had on previously, it is going to fill in the sidewall a little more, and then when I lower them, when I put the spoon springs on, I mean, it's gonna look tight. Oh, and I never even mentioned, these are the TE37's Saga S-Plus. But like I said, if you do want to order them for MAPerformance, then you can just send them an email, and they are really, really good about doing what they can to get your business. That's all I have for this video. I'm sure you guys already let me know what you think, but I don't think I have to say that. Let's see, what's my controversial opinion going to be to end the video? I already said Pierce Brosnan was the best James Bond. I already said Blink-182 is better than Green Day. What should I say now? I got it. This is the perfect one. Tobey Maguire was the best Spider-Man. Period. I don't want to hear anything about it. Alright, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.